Welcome to CAU TV Newsbreak. I'm Brian Isaac Marshall. The amount of debt loan companies and colleges are encouraging students to take on is becoming a problem for many education officials. According to the College Board, private loans are now the fastest growing sector of the student finance market, 3 times the amount 5 years ago. Like credit cards, these private student loans carry interest variable rates that can be as much as 20%. There are no limits or safeguards for borrowers, and typically, opportunities to lower or defer payments are few, even for hardship cases. Some members of Congress are looking for ways to tighten the oversight process that governs private student loans. Over the past 5 years, Atlanta's population has grown by 1 million. With more people, construction and property value increases. In the past 3 years, home property value has increased by 15%. Vacant lots are being replaced with new homes. New subdivisions are providing jobs and revitalizing communities.
Taking into context how many people are moving here, and they're projecting us to have a total of 1 million over the last 5-6 years. So if you're adding 1 million people to your population base, you're going to need housing. You're going to need somewhere for those people to move to. And I think that is why the boom is really here in this area. I think you have to have it. I think it helps everybody.
Coming up after the break, we will fill you in on a kind service that is going out of style. Stay tuned.
This way, and as a gangbanger looking at me, I feel real scared for my life.
And during that time, I wouldn't go to school. My mom would tell me, like, what are you doing for yourself? You're not doing nothing. She encouraged me to go back to school.
My neighborhood is a dangerous place. What's pushed me to graduate is my mother walking down the aisle.
I graduated from my mom. She watched the distance, yell at me, you gotta graduate, you gotta get out of high school so you can get your diploma.
And I'm gonna make it, and I'm gonna be somebody in life.
Mom!
What?
You can't find Ichabod.
What?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
This may be hard to believe, but according to a recent study, the commonality of breast cancer in young black women is higher than other racial groups. It has been suggested that over time, racial discrimination can take a toll on a person's health. The development of breast cancer is more likely among those who feel that they have been victims of racial discrimination. A national survey concluded that in the last 3 decades, self-service fuel pumps have been the preferred choice of American motorists. Despite this preference, full-service stations do still exist. The BP on Donnelly Avenue is one of the last of its kind. Tracy Cochran has more on the story.
Full-service gas stations are a dying breed, but some still exist, assisting customers with their basic daily car service needs.
You got a lot of elderly folks, they don't know about cars. Full-service job is to help them learn about it, help them keep it up, check all their fluids, make sure everything is good and ready for them, so when they go out there in the morning and get in them, hey, it cranking, you ready to go. Nowadays, people mainly need this because, okay, number one, you can go to a full service and get service. Where you go to a dealer, they're gonna charge you more. Okay, you can come here, I can do all your work, and it's no charge. Only time we fee you is when you buy something. Like checking your car out and helping you out, all that's free. And number one, really, that's hard to find.
Tracy Cochran, CAU TV Newsbreak.
CAU TV Newsbreak wants to know how you take a break. Stephanie Jacob writes, Dear CAU TV Newsbreak, when I take a break, I like to turn on some music and lie on my bed to clear my head of everything that is going on in my life. At times, I meditate when I've had an especially hectic day in order to relieve some of my daily stresses. I also like to dance and exercise when I want to relax. You can tell us how you take a break by writing us and sending us a picture to cautvnews@yahoo.com. Thanks for tuning in to CAU TV Newsbreak. Call in your comments and news suggestions to area code 404-880-8904. Join us weekdays at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. I'm Brian Isaac Marshall.
Newsbreak is produced by students in the Mass Media Arts Department of Clark Atlanta University.
The amount of debt loan companies and colleges are encouraging students to take on